Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Behind the Score right here on AfroPod. My name is Razak Godfrey. So today on the show, I have with me here a man with high integrity, a very respected man of that caliber. In fact, he was once my advisor when I was coming to the media industry. Mr. Man, please introduce yourself to us.
Okay. My name is Asaru, and I'm a griot. Griot means historian. But I'm not talking about history because history talks about some people. So I'm an ancient griot. And I talk about ancestors going back 10,000 years ago. Everything that you see today as a beginning. Now we talk about football. 10,000 years ago, they were looking at...
But before we go there, what is the meaning of Asaru? Asaru
is the great god of resurrection. 4,200 years, going back into antiquity. And I'll come to that. Do you understand? If I want to explain more about Asaru, it is going to give you a whole lot of understandings why we are black people.
So let's talk about sports.
Yeah.
Where the sports start from?
Yeah, that is what I'm going to talk about. I was saying everything you see today has a beginning. And if you are confused today, you have to go back. So going back 10,000 years ago, what was happening is that the people who were living in the African Nile Valley, which were we, they were looking at the heavens, the cosmological signs in the heavens. And the cosmological signs in the heavens were telling them a whole lot of story, which is comparable to their existence.
Okay.
So what was happening was that they were bringing what is above down, as above, so below. So they look at what we call the zodiac today. The zodiac is a Greek name meaning animals. But the zodiac constellation is the sun walking through all those bodies throughout the day, giving us day, night, and whatever we call it, evening. So when they look at that symbol, they brought it down and they started an arrangement of that sort in the heavens. So initially, they created what you call football today. It's just a rubber with the air representing the sun. You see? And numerologically, the number of the sun is 6. So they were playing this, but they were not allowing the football to touch on the floor because the sun is hanging.
That's interesting.
Yes, so they were imitating nature. So they play it while the ball is floating. So when invasions came there, Romans invaded 30 BC, the British and all those people who invaded our homeland, everybody was looking at this because it was done purposely for religious, what we call religious purposes today. For instance, in boxing, when it comes to the time of the celebration of the god Amun, where they started practicing boxing, all the sports has some meaning going back 10,000 years ago. So all those guys who invaded our homeland came to learn these things because the ball was not, it was floating in the air. It was not on the, someone had it, someone played it and all that. So they pick it. So if you go to the Mayans today, the Mayans has a particular football they play up to today where the ball is not falling on the ground. And the Chinese
I'm not cutting, but for educational purposes, who are the Mayans?
The Mayans, they live around Mexico, South America. Exactly. They also have a very crunch history. We'll talk about the Mayans. So they were playing that football as I'm talking to you up to today. And Chinese people imitated it. The Chinese, we call it kuju. They play the ball is not falling on the ground. So when these British people came to invade the African Nile Valley, so in England, they were trying to play that, but they couldn't. So they put the football on the ground and they started playing it. And that is how, when they came to colonize everybody, they brought that game to us here. And they cut off because they were desecrating and plagiarizing your ancestors as if we have never lived before. But we gave light to the world. So they pick up that ideology. And then in England, when they were playing, they couldn't control the way we were doing it. So they put it on the ground and then they started playing. And it turns out to be what we call football today. So when they invaded, in the time of colonization and whatever, they brought it across the world. and everybody started playing it.
So now we have FIFA governing the football body.
Exactly.
And then we have rules in the game. Okay. So I want to know, or the viewers want to know, were the British aware that it will get to a point where the football will evolve and then you have FIFA and all those rules in the football that we have 11 players for each side and then a referee in the center of the game?
Well, it is man who developed concepts and ideologies. So as time travels, based on circumstance and space, people started changing it to that level because they were playing it on the ground. And as they're playing it on the ground, definitely there must be rules that should govern it. Mm-hmm. So it was man who made those concepts to be evolved up to today, why we call it football, and we are playing football today.
Okay, now let's move away from sports and talk about wrestling. People say it's a scripted something. Others say it is real. Do they want to confirm?
Wrestling was practiced in the African Nile Valley. Everything that I'm talking about, I have evidence for it. I can shoot my projector and I'll show you everything on the screen. We call it the Mentu boxing. It is engraved in the walls in ancient Egypt as I'm talking to you now.
Oh, okay.
They practice it in Sudan. The purpose of wrestling was to make sure who are the most powerful among the men when there are wars, so that they can go and fight a war.
Wow.
Like I told you, they were doing all these things which can be described as today religious purposes by then. Everything that we're doing, they were looking at nature and they were learning nature. They were not worshiping God. They were learning nature. Everything that nature does is what they do. So wrestling and all those archery and every sports you think about came from the heavens, and then they brought it down to man, and it has purposes. So wrestling is not a scripted thing. It is there. I can show you.
But currently, people are of the view that wrestling is a scripted something. You can, the blood we see, everything. You have your rules. You have to play in the ring before you can execute that one.
Yeah, like I told you, man changes everything. Okay. But the way we were doing it, has nothing to do with blood. You see, we crunch our fist and then we grip the ground, and then the one who is powerful, when he put me on the floor, finish.
Okay.
So as modernization, so-called modernization was existing, this is what man has brought to us today. But it all has a beginning, which was not of what we are seeing today.
So currently, would you say wrestling is of good or bad?
Well, based on their rules, if people can die out of what they have done, I'll definitely say it's bad.
Yeah.
But if people are not dying, and it is an ideology for creating an employment for some people and all that, I will not talk against it.
Oh, okay. Now, let's shift the conversation from that to, since you are a black historian.
Exactly.
Racism in sports in general. What brought about that?
Racism was a tool the Europeans used to make themselves supreme over all the races of the world. When they came to the African Nile Valley and they saw that civilization was booming.
I'm not cutting you, but you've made mention of African Nile Valley.
Nile Valley civilization.
So many times. So can you explain?
When we talk about African Nile Valley civilization, it was the places where civilization started.
Oh, okay.
Ethiopia, Nubia, Canaan, and those. I'm talking about a time when we were living here. We were living up there, where we call the Middle East, created by the Arabs. We were living there. But today we are here. So we have shot everything that was totally meant for us. So I'm talking about 10,000 years ago when our existence were living in the African Nile Valley. I'm not talking about here.
Okay.
Do you understand? So when I talk about the Nile Valley civilization, that is what I'm talking about.
Okay. So the racism.
So now racism, like I told you, was a tool these people were using to make themselves supreme over all the races of the world. And in some of the things they were doing was to change names, write books, give us the languages, and force us, suppress us to pick what they are telling us. You see? Now, it is engraved in their DNA. Racism can never be stopped today nor tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Exactly. Because these people came and stole everything around you. And now, before, if they said they are coming out of racism, everything that they have taken out from you, they have to give it back and tell the world the true story about who the black man was. Okay. After they have taken everything from them. Do you understand? So they cannot do it. The secret societies are hiding all these things. Because that is why they call themselves secret societies. We have secret societies in the African Nile Valley going back 10,000 years, but we call them the Masons. The people you call them Masons today who put up buildings and other things, the tools that they use all came out of the heavens. So the Masons were the first builders. They built for people to understand today that we must live on a certain thing called the roof. And they were the secret societies who existed in the African Nile Valley thousands of years ago. So if you have a question, you can ask.
Now, in football, we have players suffering from racism abuse. Someone like Vinicius Junior.
Exactly.
And even recently this season, we had Antoine Semenyo, who was booed in the game against Liverpool when he was playing for Bournemouth. So what are some of the antidotes that we Africans or blacks can do to overcome this racism thing?
For us to overcome racism, we have to know who we are. You have to understand yourself.
Okay.
Who you are, where do you come from? How did you existed? Did you existed by something, or how do you came into this world? So when you understand who we are, you can put your feet down. If anybody is doing anything, you take it as nothing. As normal thing. Because they intentionally did that. We were monkeys, we sleep on trees.
But most of
those are that's our desecrations and plagiarizations. And they are continuing today. So black man must understand, who are you? Where do you come from? How did you existed? So when you understand that, you have an open-minded person. You become an open-minded person. So you understand the meaning between the word true and truth. So you realize you are the truth of nature, not true of nature. So based on that, you can exist and you take things lightly.
Okay. So meaning with this racism thing, we have to prep or just psych our players that this is something that have existed, not today.
Yeah, they have to go and read the book, Choosing People from the Caucasus by Michael Bradley. Half Canadian, half European. He was exposing them. He was exposing that he said racism is a predisposition of one race of people, the white man. I'm quoting from some of his words. So that is how come racism came. They brought it. So I'm giving you should go and find the book, Choosing People from the Caucasus.
The book is Choosing People.
Choosing People from the Caucasus. Caucasus are the Caucasians from the Caucasus Mountains. So Michael Bradley wrote that book. It's a clear evidence of what I am talking about. Do you understand? So before we come out of, racism was an idea. It is planted. They are very trickish, but they are the same. If you want to know that this racism idea goes on, I was in South Africa some years back. You can befriend a white man, but the moment he see his white brothers, he move away from you and then go and live among them.
So I heard in South Africa they have a town or a city whereby only blacks live there.
Yeah, Alexandra. In South Africa, they have Alexandra, the city of Alexandra, which is not far from Sun City. It is only lived by black people. Now, we have a place like Venda, black people. Now, if you go there, you not see the whites too much. But if you go to Cape Town, down there in the south, you see some of the Africans, those European muted albinos who call themselves Africans. They are living there. So the moment you can see that they still have that, like I've told you, befriend a white man today. When you see his fellow white men, he'll go to them and leave you. That is the ideology. They are being trained from class 1. They tell them, you are God, your skin represents God. So you are God, you are superior. It is in their syllables. This blue-eye, blondie hair Europeans, this is what they teach their people. And that supremacy is there up to date. Whether you like it or not, it is in existence. Do you understand? But I'm not telling you to go and hate them. You see, I'm talking to the sense that you have to know who you are and how you are going to exist in this world so that you can live one-to-one correspondence with them. When they make the move, you know, hey, this is how the guys are. And then you can control yourself. That is what I'm...
Before we end the conversation on the black and the racism, do you think we'll get to a point whereby blacks would dominate the sports industry?
We can dominate all this sport because it came from us. We have to understand that. If black people understand that football came from them, they are going to play football with their whole sense of appreciation. Every sense of appreciation in them, they will use that. Because if they understand that this thing came from the heavens, cosmological science, the ancestors were dealing with, and they will understand that they have to play it because it was religiously enshrined in ancestors' DNA.
Figuratively, do we have meaning to 11 on a pitch of football, or it's just that we have to make sure that the field is covered with a whole lot of players?
The sun and its constellations is 12 in number. Like I told you, they were imitating it. So when they were creating the football, they brought it out of that. Do you understand? That is why we have 11 players on the field.
Oh, okay.
And the sun is the number 12 one.
Oh, okay. So the coach is the 12th person.
The coach is the 12th person.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. What of jersey? They wear jerseys to
the jerseys that we wear in the ancient times, everybody in numerology, everybody has a number that we can call his destiny number, the ancient times. So everybody in that field of play, like I was telling you, the ball was suspending and all that, they have their destiny number that they use. But today, it has been copied and it has been imitated. And they are also using numbers. Oh, okay. And they just go and then pick the number and then they just play.
Oh, okay. Now, witchcraft in football or juju in football? Do you believe?
In the ancient times, we don't have the word belief because we were just learning nature. We were looking at what nature does. So what you see is what you understand, is what you believe. That is why the word truth means you have been to the source. But the word true means you have never been to the source. That is why I was telling you, everything that I'm telling you, I have evidence, I have the source. And that is why I just quoted Michael Bradley, because that is my source. Anybody who talks without a source, what he's talking about is just true. Okay. And it's not truth.
Oh, okay.
So the truth in what we are talking about, it is man who put power into words. Words does not put power into you.
Okay.
You put power into words. That is why words manifest. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Without not you putting power into words, words cannot manifest. So if you go to the juju man, you go to the malam, the words that he will tell you that maybe don't fast, don't do this, don't do this, it's an example thing, you are going to win. All the 11 players must start to echo those words.
Okay.
So when they started echoing it based on their fitness and their practicality and what have they done, when they go, they will win.
Okay, so
it doesn't mean that the Malam allowed them to win or not, because they have given power to what the Malam have said.
Let me cite the example of what we just witnessed in the African Cup of Nations, where Mali, they gave one juju man money. And he promised them that he's going to work out and they are going to win the World Cup, the African Cup, or they are going to bring the trophy home. And then it turns out that they were eliminated in the quarterfinals. What do you have to say about that one too?
One, it falls into consequences. One, the Mali players did not echo what the Malam tell them properly.
Also meaning, if somebody tells you, or you go to a juju man, the person tells you that, do this, I'm doing this for you. You have to.
When he said, when he tell you that, do this and you win, your bone of contention should be you put power into words. It's not the Malam who put the word. He has told you. So you have to put the power into the words that the man has told.
So not a surety thing.
No. So the 12 of you or the team, all of you should echo that word so that it becomes part and parcel of you. So you are you are a walking, thinking person of the words that the Malam told you. Based on your physicality, if you go to the park, you will win the ball.
Do
you understand? You win because you have give power to that words. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because you lose, you put the blame on what you do, the man called Malam. But he is not doing anything. He is just camouflaging you, giving you some things. But the words coming out of his mouth is the words you have to dwell upon.
Oh, okay.
Because when you dwell upon that, you give power to the words. That is why you have to know what will come out of your mouth. Because in your existence, your sub-spiritual conscious mind pick things around you. You understand? For instance, let me give you an example.
Okay.
Words forms sentences.
Yeah.
Sentences forms paragraphs.
Yeah.
Paragraphs forms a thought. So everything that I'm telling you today, you are listening, so you are not thinking. Do you understand? The moment you started thinking, what words is doing is that it started creating a rippling effect in your sub-spiritual conscious mind.
Okay.
So words divided into two within your mindset. As what keep on creating that rippling effect, what happened is that it started looping on each of them. This is good, this is evil, this is good. This is, you see, as what started doing that, your cells, billions of your cells in you pick up those words and then spread it on all your body. So you become a walking, thinking person of that very word. So now words doesn't think you, you think words. You think belief, belief does not think you. Do you understand? You think war, war does not think you. Everything you think does not think you. It is you, you think it.
Okay.
That is why we fight among ourselves. So you don't understand?
Yeah.
Because we haven't been to the source of all the words that we are talking about. And this is the programming we have been programmed. Our cellular structure have been programmed to accept lies. So the whole world is programmed. That is why they gave us languages. You see, because language is the outer vesture of your thought within you. So when you become a walking, thinking person of a very particular thought that has been seeded into you, you acted based on the thought.
Okay.
So whatever the Malan tells them, do you understand?
Yeah.
They have to diagnose those words that should seed into them. So when they become a walking, thinking winning team. So automatically when they go, they are going to win. It has nothing to do with what we are talking about.
Okay. In the same AFCON issue, people have the view that the Moroccan midfielder, that's Brahim Diaz, deliberately spoiled the penalty for Senegal to get their momentum back or to feel like they've gained justice. Do you believe that he deliberately did that?
No, those people talking about are mundanic people.
Mundanic people?
They are mundanic people. They are material people.
Okay.
You see what Senegal did? It killed the spirit of the Moroccans.
Oh, I see.
They have a winning spirit. So it was a winning spirit that shut the Moroccans down. And that is why he lost the penalty.
Okay, so football is all about movement.
Yeah.
You have the movement, you have to make
exactly.
use of it.
You make sure your body become a winning team. When your body become a winning team, you win. You are going to war. Your body should become a warlike person, and you win the war.
People are saying the Senegal coach is a coward, telling the players to get back from or go to the.
He initially, the cause of the penalty made him to recognize that these people shouldn't play the football. But the Senegal players has the winning spirit in them. Look at what money.
Yeah.
You see, despite that, he was calling them because he has the winning team. So once they came out, they have shut down the mechanism of the Moroccans' ideology of winning. And so the person standing in front of the penalty will lose it all. Because I was watching it. I told them that this boy will lose the penalty. But they didn't ask me why. Because people I'm talking to are down. I told them this guy will lose the penalty.
Okay.
Because when they came in with that winning spirit, they have already finished with them.
Let me be a bit diabolical. Do you think the referee was fair on that day?
The referee was not fair, actually, because you saw their first goal.
Yeah.
You are trying to pull me out of the system. If I fall down and I got in jail, what will happen? So I have to defend myself, but also you pulling you inside the system.
But he was saying that was his field.
That
the
was
16, the 18 was theirs.
And so you have to pull me out.
But Hakimi has experience in football, so he deliberately fell down for.
So I pull you to score the goal. It's a goal.
But we have rules in football.
So then the one that happened to the Senegalese is also not a goal.
But that was a penalty.
It wasn't a penalty.
The Malik Fofana, Malik
He was
the player.
No, he was lying on the ball. He was pushing him. Watch out, they were doing it. They were even they were trying to even to push the goalkeeper down. That was their trick. So he was pushing the guy. You see? So out of the defense, his hands was there and they pulled him down. He was pushing the guy.
But he appealed for the penalty and
because that thing called VAR, whatever, picks it up. See,
but they were fair. They saw that everybody watching the football was like, this was actually a penalty.
They would think it is penalty. Actually, they are mundane people. I look at things from the other side of the coin.
Oh, okay.
I don't look at things at one side of the coin because I'm a griot. In ancient griot, we have been trained to look at the other side before the inside. They are material people. They think materially.
So what do you think is going through Brahim Diaz's mind right now?
He'll be very sorry for himself, and they don't give him words of encouragement. He can even destroy himself, kill himself, or doing something of that sort. So because the effect of the winning power will still affect him throughout his whole life. So he should get the willpower to brush it off.
Just opposing his own to Asamoah Gyan's own in the game against Uruguay. Which one do you think is more traumatizing?
Asamoah Gyan's one.
Really?
Yeah.
This one was supposed to be the last kick.
Asamoah Gyan's one was to put Ghana on the world map. I'm talking in terms because I'm a Ghanaian. Was put Ghana into the world map. And his own even killed people. Asamoah Gyan's own, I learned there was pregnant women. Yeah, I learned people died because of Asamoah Gyan's
I never heard of that.
Exactly. People have been saying it. I don't know if it is speculation, but people have been saying it all over. So Asamoah Gyan one was very dangerous. Call Asamoah Gyan now, he still remember that. And Ghanaians still remember that up to today. And if we are going to, the Blaster is going to play football over there, and there's a penalty, any Ghanaian player who will be called to come and play, he's going to remember Asamoah Gyan because it is there, unless they take it out.
But this one, it was a final kick. You score, the referee blows the whistle. We are done with the game. After 50 years of waiting to see or lift another African Cup of Nations title. And then
like I told you,
the ball.
It's the winning spirit. Their whole embodiment was filled to win. And it's that power that downed him to lose the penalty. You saw the goalkeeper came to him.
Yeah.
Yes. That is the power.
Edward Mendy.
And that is the power of you when you are able to control words. You see? That is the power. That is why ancestors pour libations. Do you understand?
Thank you. Thank you for coming on to my show. In fact, viewers, I would love us to go on and talk more. But this is where time will permit us. We'll come your way same time with another exciting episode right here on Behind the Score. Thank you.